Hey, how's it going? I noticed a lot of people were saying that there's not a lot of uses for the observer block. Well, I'm here to tell you that this video will show you a lot of stuff that you will want to instantly build in your house. So what we have here is the new block. This is the observer. This is the output side, and this is the input side. The input side has a square, the output side has a circle. Now, what this does is it's a bud detector, and those of you who don't know what a bud detector is, a bud detector is a block update detector. And the very minute a block is replaced or removed in front of it, or changes shape or form, it will update it, sending a pulse through. As you see here, there was an air block there before, now I placed an observer there, and now there is an air block there again. And it sends a pulse through every single time it is updated. Same with over here. I put a simple item frame over on the input side, the input side, and then I tap it, and then it just flicks on, and then flicks off with a single pulse. So it just gives you a single pulse every single time. Same with the trap chest, just gives you a single pulse. You could use these to make doors, to make traps, to make all sorts of stuff. And this, same thing, a door will trigger it, any type of door. Now this is where we get into stuff that is complicated and stuff that you will like, and I know you guys will like. Well, you'll want to have this in your house for sure. So what this is home defense. Whenever this is activated or turned off, now I can walk through my house and everything's all safe. Okay, guys? Now, if I was to turn this on though, what happens is the very minute this pressure plate is hit, a rapid 3 burst of arrows get shot, or it is shot, and then the very minute another signal goes back, we have a 3 burst that will shoot again. So this is extremely useful for home defense and conserving your arrows. And it's extremely easy to make it so that you could just walk straight in and out of your house and make it safe. Because what sucks is when you leave your house and then you have things, walking inside or walking, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. You see why this is awesome. And there's more things that you could do. And another example is when you shoot this pressure plate, it sends a short signal through. So you could use this to make extremely crazy stuff like archery games, timing, like things that react after you shoot archery targets, like it rewards you with a chest that pops up or something. And over here, as you see, this cow is just having a wonderful time on this little minecart over here. And what is over here is a detector rail. And every single time he runs over the detector rail, it sends a block update through and after. So it sends 2 pulses through, which could be extremely useful in some cases, or you could build a whole mining system where you have these bud detectors sending off signals to do things that will make like sending off a quick piston to shoot you up in the air to send you off to another mine cart, like over this way, or mine track over this way. Now this is something that I thought should work but doesn't work. The leads don't update a signal through when you set it on, which I think is strange because it should. Now, another thing about this is you can dye leather and it will tell you every single time your cauldron is being used. or you could have chain reactions that, you know, shoot people when they use your cauldron when you don't want them to. And what this is over here is, you see how there's a bunch of chickens laying eggs and it's all over the place, and you gotta go in here and you gotta pick it up and everything, and it could be a hassle. So what you do in order to prevent picking up their eggs all over the place and keep them in a confined little area where you can, because sometimes it's you want to give them space, but you want to make sure that you don't have to. I mean, if you want to make things practical, you see what I'm saying. And as you can see, these are the hardest thing to the leash. So I'll just show you what's up with this. After you lead all of them together, what you would do is you would hook it up to this, and they would dangle in this 4x4 area. And whenever they would lay an egg, the egg will siphon through and drop through, and you can see the eggs will siphon through and they drop through and they come into this chest right here. So it's a very nice little system, and if you want to have them just kind of hang there while you go out and they lay their eggs, because they lay their eggs every 2 minutes. But if you want to have, if you don't want to be mean, because you might think this is pretty mean, you know, I'm hanging chickens, but I could just tap this right here with the bud sensor and release it, and it doesn't hurt them at all, and they can go and just hang out, and you can go and feed them and breed them this way. So that's an interesting idea right there. But over here is some more interesting ideas. Now you could use lava and water to send a signal through. As you can see, water is a lot faster. Now, as for turning them off, there's also a pulse that gets sent through each time they turn off. And it looks like on the lava there's two pulses that get sent through. Now, if you want something that will last even longer, you could set up a flint and steel to activate it. And it will burn until that burns out, and then once that burns out, it will send a signal through. And you could do even more interesting stuff, like every single time it became night and daytime, you could hook it up to a note system that will play a song. And another thing you could do is you could have a furnace hooked up to a bud detector, as you can see over here. And what this will do is, if I put a chicken inside of here and I get a piece of coal and I put it here, the very minute I start using it, it will send a signal through. So if you're playing with other people and they're using your furnace, you can have something outside of your survival house that will tell you that they are using your furnace. Not only that, but you can reset it, make sure that the ticks go back, so it will no longer send a signal through. But as you saw, the reason why it started sending another signal through is because the rabbit is done cooking. So it was telling us that the rabbit is finished cooking. So if you also want to detect when your food will be finished, this system does the exact same thing. It will tell you when your food is finished, when someone is using it, and or when your coal is done. Once this coal gets to the drop point, what will happen is it will send another signal through. This system over here shoots it through a dropper. This dropper sends it to this hopper. They repeat the signal back and forth. Then it just keeps this light flickering in the distance. So you can, and then the turn off mechanism is, see, the dropper now activated, and now it's sending the pulse through so that it can activate. Now, what we have here is a piston that will extend and take out this hopper by having another hopper shoot underneath it. But then this hopper connects to these hoppers, which then connect to these droppers. And then it just makes a recycling system, as you see. And it's very useful because you don't gotta put more stacks of items in, and you don't gotta go back and replace it. It will just continuously always recycle itself. And the reason why I set an anvil on top of this, you're probably like, yeah, why do you do that? Well, the simple idea for that is you could have a brewing stand do the same thing. You could have an anvil tell you when it's breaking. You could have, it will probably even tell you when it's being used by other people, which is one of the coolest things. Now, what this is over here is it's just simply a infinite arrow system of that thing. So it's just, if you wanted something that was that, but it shoots forever, this is this is what you're looking for. And then you can just turn it off by the switch. Now, it will even detect ice when it melts. So there's extremely interesting things that you could do with this. Now, this is something that you guys will really, really, really like. This is the most complex thing that I've seen ever built with these observers so far. So, what this is my personal design, and what it does is the very minute you step on these pressure plates, as you see, it builds a bridge. And you can walk over this as many times as you want in order for you to get back and forth and back and forth, which is very nice and a good system. And what this does is it uses two observers going this way and this way to react all of this piston signaling over here, which then triggers this redstone block, which triggers all of these pistons to make the bridge. Now what we have underneath here is a recycling system to get this powered block turned off and back in the regular position of where we can walk back over the gate and have it normal. So if you guys are starting to see this, this is a timed pattern fence. Or bridge. So pretty much only you will know the pattern of this, and or somebody knows how to build this. It's a secret pattern in order for you to open this, and it's mainly built from these observers, which I think is insane. So I'll show you how you reset it. The very minute you want to reset it, you come over here and you turn on this, and both sides have this, so you could do it from either side. So what this is it extends a bottom piston, which is a sticky piston, that will now take away that redstone block that will stop powering the bridge. So if you have people following you, tap that on and off real quick, and then boom, they'll fall into your bridge. Now, it's not reset yet, as you can see. What we'll have to do in order to reset it is to step on this once, which then has another sticky piston that pulls this redstone block back. Now, the final thing you do to reset it is you turn this lever on and you turn it off. And the very minute you'll do that is I put an observer over here that will have a light, and it's kind of the worst place for it to be because it's not really practical right there. So, how about we do something like this? Alright, now what we're going to have here is a redstone lamp that will easily tell us whenever our system is replaced. So we'll walk over our door again, using our door. I'll show you how this works one more time. Now the pistons extend. Oh wait, yeah, never mind. Oh wait, yeah, that's what you gotta do. And then what you come over here and then you step on this one more time to reset it. And then the very last thing you do to reset it is you come back over here and then tap the lever and it is reset, but I didn't get that light, so I want to make sure that that light works. So I'll show you one more time, just so that you could see it. And then it retracts. Then it retracts again. And then it pushes up. Okay. For some reason, as you could see, the observer going upwards doesn't have a signal going sideways like this. So this is something I gotta figure out. But as you can see, there is a lot of stuff that you have potential to learn from this video, and if you weren't messing with around with this block as much as I have, I hope this video has helped you. And if it has helped you, please leave a like and subscribe for more useful videos in the future. And I'm a map builder, so if you want any, if you got any ideas for maps, leave them in the description below, and I will take care of you. Alright. Have a good day, guys.